Yo, so I've had a dark year of the soul, a dark year of the soul, not even a dark night of the soul. Whew, it's been tough. And actually, I could probably get into my talk about my spiritual awakening and just kind of like recap how it's been. So, Christmas 2024, so last year, I had a shift. You know, I partook in some fun guy. You feel me? And had a lot, by the way, most I ever had, which I don't do a lot and haven't done a lot, but and I only do them for like when I'm ready for change. I'm ready for change or embark on my next journey. Also, it's just a feeling that I get. It's like, yeah, it's kind of, it's time to partake a little bit. But anyway, I also don't think I'm not saying I'm gonna take them ever again, but it's like I feel like I've literally healed myself so hard, so much that like I don't, I don't even know. It's not even, it hasn't even crossed my mind really. But anyway, to get back to the point. So had my um had a little trip, you feel me? Yeah, Christmas last year, 2024. So much was revealed to me, yo. So much. And you know, it was one of those things where it was no going back. No going back to my old life. And um one of the many things that was revealed to me was that like I deserve it. I deserve it all and more. Like you deserve it, like, you know. Um and it's like, yo, like look at all the work you've done. And it's not just work I've done, but it's just like who I am, you know, and my heart. You know, I know I'm not perfect, but I know I have no ill will towards anybody. You know, I just want the best for everybody. I want everybody to. I don't want anybody to suffer. You know what I mean? And part of the reason why I'm doing this is to share how I heal myself. Like, yo, it is possible to heal yourself. It's just like Fortnite or something, like Call of Duty, or where like you get shot, you get knocked down. You don't die, but you get knocked down. You gotta crawl. You gotta wait for your teammate to come and revive you. They stick the needle in you, take 10 seconds or whatever, and you revive. You're like, all right, back, ready to go. Health, back 100%. Um, it's like I've learned to do that for myself. I can like self heal type shit. Like really though, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm doing this, sharing my experiences to let y'all know what y'all capable of. But anyway, back to my story. Had my spiritual awakening, learned. Also, one of the biggest things was that I seen all of my limitations, everything, everything. I was holding myself back in so many ways, expecting myself to fail before I even started, um, just assuming the worst for I don't know, public speaking, and I'm like, oh, like I'm not a good speaker. Uh, yeah, you're not a good speaker because you just said you are, because you think you are. But if you don't think you're, but if you think you're a good speaker, then you'll be a good speaker. Like you know, stuff like that, where it's like you know, your perception changes your reality. But like truly seeing it is how I was holding myself back in so many ways, and that was actually crazy. That was one of the crazy experiences I ever had. Like I said, it was the biggest spiritual awakening I ever had in my life, and I actually realized that right now I'm actually still kind of in it, um, as I'm entering into this new life. Um, But my fault. I'm trying to stay on track. But yeah, and that was when I got like, it's real interesting because it's like while I was on the trip, I could see more of my future, but when I came down, I'm talking about like more specifics, you know, like exactly what I'll be doing, or more exactly what I'll be doing. Da, da, da. But then when coming down off of it, it's kind of, I can't remember, but I know like the gist of it, the feel of it, and even to this day, it's so interesting because it's the kind of thing where it's like, like imagine like the best days of your life. Say when you graduated, you got your first car, whatever, or or you won a game or something like that, or just times where you spending with family, where it's just like, man, maybe it's like a cool, cozy Christmas night, and snow outside, family inside, got the fire going or whatever, y'all got s'mores, got the music, y'all just cozy, got blankets, watching family movie, like imagine those kind of like highlight moments, just feelings of, joy, happiness, maybe even accomplishment. For me, it's like I'm feeling these things, but I don't know what it's for. I'm feeling these things for stuff in the future. I don't even know what it's for, but I'm feeling it and I know it's from the future. It sounds however it sounds, but that's my truth. I have a knowing. It's like, and that's another thing. It's like it feels like my knowing got strengthened. I'm talking about like a knowing. This is an innate knowing of what to do, kind of like who you are, what you're meant to be doing. Trusting your intuition, kind of thing. Knowing that you're meant to be great, knowing that you're meant to be successful. So. But yeah, man. So what else happened? Spiritual awakening, and let me see. Also, I want to say I'm not condoning partaking in the fungi. I'm not Did I say pardon? Condone. My fault. Condone. Um, I'm not condoning that, and actually, I don't recommend it for everybody. Because what I will say is, if you're not ready to like face your shadows, face your demons on some like literal shit, don't take them. Do not take that shit. And that's a whole nother thing I'm gonna get into another time, is like taking extreme accountability. And that kind of being like like part of my lifestyle, and what I recommend for people, to not beat around the bush, not push stuff to the side. No, confront yourself. Don't push it to the side. The true, real way is through. Go through the pain. As tough as it is, that's the thing. It's tough. The pain, trauma and shit, depression, like that, security, all that shit is tough to deal with. But I'm telling you, like, you're gonna be all right. It's tough, but you're gonna be all right. And you come out the other side so much better, so much more healed than it was before. And the thing is, it gets better. It's tough when you're going through the pain and stuff, especially like with the real painful moments, but it gets easier. These, dark thoughts, insecurities, whatever, the negative emotions or shame or guilt, whatever that you feel, it's not about like completely like destroying them, in my opinion. It's about dealing with them. It's about controlling them, how you feel, and I reached a point where I actually use them as like tools, use pain and all that stuff, like as a tool to like alchemize. Like, it's crazy how much I've been alchemizing. Like my the way I'm alchemizing, it's been like like that. Like, anyway, I keep going on tangents. But to continue the story, my spiritual awakening. So that was when it also became clear to me. Oh, right, I need to talk about what I've seen. So about these things in the future. Like I said, I can't remember what it is exactly, but I would describe it as like I can see. Imagine that there's like this door, and the door is my future. Like it says future on the door, and so the other side of that door is my future. But the door is closed, but there's cracks in the door, and I can look through, tiny little crack, and I can see a little bit. You feel me? And just from that alone, it's like, whoa, like that's who I'm gonna be. That's what I'm gonna be doing. That's who I'm gonna meet. That's what I'm gonna create. Like that's me. Like, which before when I was first seeing it, like when I first had my shift, it was like whoa. It was intimidating actually, because it was like for me to get to that point from where I am now, that's like a huge jump. Like that's like I'm gonna have to stop doing this. I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna have to trust in myself. Like it was intimidating seeing my success, seeing my future self. To the but now it's like for me, like being known, like worldwide type shit. Like at this point, it's like it just is what it is. Right now, nobody know me. Nobody know me, know who I am, and honestly, I really enjoy it. Like I really enjoy my own privacy, my own space. Um, and I will continue to, just because I'm going to be known more. Don't mean I'm not going to have privacy. Best believe I'm gonna have my privacy. Because my peace is my number one, is top priority. So. But actually, I don't even know if I fully explained it. But it's like, yeah, I know that I'm going to be known. I don't know exactly how. I don't know exactly where, or in what way. But I know that I'm going to be known, and I know it's going to be like huge impact. I can't tell you more than that. That's all I know. Like I said, it's just I have a knowing. I can't see exactly what it is, but I just know. Anyway, and it's so crazy. This is just the beginning, yo. Like, this is just the beginning. Anyway, so yeah, I started seeing my limitations, and then started recognizing them and acknowledging them. Be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna doubt myself with this or whatever. Even with content creation, I've had the idea for a while of doing content creation, but I literally had a limited belief of like what I even talk about, like why people even listen to me, like, I've literally had that kind of mindset. That's an example of like limited beliefs that I had, and it's like looking back, it's like, there's nothing to even worry about. First of all, who cares? Like, that's another thing. I don't care no more what people think of me. I really don't. I'm gonna do a whole video on that. But yeah, and then that's what led me to create my YouTube channel, or to allow me to create the concept of it and then start planning for it. And let me see. Oh yeah, shout out to my wealth coach, RJ. I think it's called Internally Rich Coaching. RJ, Richard Rivera. Yo, he the truth. He the truth. Because also during that time, because we started in January and have been going until now, he's helped, especially during that time, he helped me so much with calling me out on my own bullshit. So even when I was like, yeah, I want to start this YouTube channel, and he was like, all right, why don't you do it? And I was like, yeah, I don't know. Well, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. He was like, what's stopping you from just recording a video? Just you know, it's like just calling me out. I was coming up with excuses, mainly because I was still fearful of being seen. You know, and that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. The fear of being seen, you know. But anyway, and then that led up to there's a whole bunch that happened after that as well. But eventually that led up to me making my first, like recording my first post and then posting, which first of all, posting was like my first video, JaysThox, welcome to my journey. That my first video, that was a huge like accomplishment for me. That video was symbolic of so many things. Like to even get to that point, to be able to post, you know, I overcame years of the, you know, being fearful of being seen, caring about what other people think of me, what people gonna say, how people gonna treat, or like just whatever, worrying about other people. Like looking back, it's like, ugh, like that's it, like, you know. But I give myself so much grace. Like I love that version of myself, you know. And that's the thing. That's a whole nother thing. Self-love. It's a whole nother level of it. To wear self-love for myself in every single version of myself, even the most cringiest versions or embarrassing or shameful versions of myself. I love every single version of myself. No matter mistakes I made or, you know, the limiting beliefs I had, you know. So anyway, to get to it. Ooh, that's another thing. I was having spiritual zoomies as well. That's a whole nother thing. Spiritual zoomies, yo. Like just getting this bouts of energy, just highly motivated and just ready to do stuff. And, you know, it's kind of like a high in a way. But yeah, anyway, I made my first post, which was huge. And I was so proud of myself. And it's so interesting because it's like, my spirit team, which I describe as the Most High, my higher self, spirit guides, and ancestors. That's what I describe as my spirit team. Leading up to my post, like the days before leading up to my post, it was literally, yo, like, it was like, so you know how like in basketball, when the players on the free throw line shooting the free throw, and all the cheerleaders, all the crowd, you know, they get quiet, you know, and they like put their hands up and go like that, you know, towards the player so that they can focus. Hopefully they make it. And they make it and they cheer like, yeah, but they get a little quiet. Like literally the days leading up to my first post, I could literally feel that in the spiritual realm by my spirit team. It's like my spirit team was like, yo, Jay about to post, about to make this for everybody. And then I posted that shit, I sunk that, yo, and like as soon as I posted, I lied to you not, I could feel my spirit team just celebrating, going crazy. Like, anyway, I have a lot of experiences like that. It's like literal, physical, like symbols or like analogies, but in the spiritual realm. I don't know that's how I'm gonna describe it. Anyway, so I posted, but then, so, all right, I posted, but then I ain't gonna hold you. I started, what was it? I started getting ideas for like writing and like stories and stuff. So I started writing after that. So I was taking up my time and I was like, dang, I want to post, but I want to write, and doing this and that. Honestly, it's a lot of phases I've gone through that I low-key wish I kind of documented every one. But it's so many though. I was like every single day was something different. Like it was like going through cycles every single day. Even now, every single day is different. Every single day it's like I'm leveling up, leveling up, leveling up, leveling up, going through something, you know, falling, get back up, falling, get back up, falling, get back up. You know what I mean? Like every single day, like literally. But anyway, as far as like the dark year of my soul, dark year of the soul. So shortly after that, a little bit after that, so I posted, but then I started making stories and stuff. But then it was like this summer, it got into like a period of like, it's like I had no motivation like at all. Like I didn't want to do nothing type shit. Like you know, how it'd be like, oh, you know, everything happens for a reason. You see in angel numbers and divine timing, da da da. But specifically, like, you know, everything happens for a reason. It's like everything happens for a reason. It was like everything happens for a reason, but at the same time, nothing happened for a reason. Like none of this shit even matter. Like I don't know how to describe it. It was like this dual emotional state of, it's like I have these ideas. Even like with my video, I wrote down, I have like 90 video topics that I'm gonna talk about. And I had this back then. Um, so it's not like I didn't want to do it. I just didn't have the energy to. It's like the energy was just sucked out of me. And it's like, what it felt like was like God basically was like, you know, it's like, all right, yeah, all right, you made your first post. Congrats. Like, that's a huge accomplishment. You know, we know, you know, what you've been through to get to this point. But that was, but I allowed you to do that just to give you just a little taste, just a little sliver of your next life, what you about to be doing in this life. But before you get to that, before you really get to that, which is where I am now, where I'm about to be consistent with this shit, and really, anyway, before you get to that next life, nigga, you gotta learn how to rest. You gotta master rest. You know, and it was, I ain't gonna hold you, it was so annoying, yo, cause it's like I want to do it. Like imagine having like $1 million ideas and wanting to just go out there and just do it and make it happen and create and put it out there. But it's like, damn, I don't even got the energy to do nothing right now. What's the whole point of even all this crap? Like, I don't even, you know, it's like I had no energy. And whenever I would try to like do something, it's like it's like the more drained I would get in a way, you know? And one thing I was thinking about is like, you know how like, I don't drive a stick shift. I don't know how to drive a stick shift. I can actually kind of figure it out because I kind of know how I just never done it myself. But you know how like stick shift, when you like drive and you gotta shift the gear up to when you go faster, I think it's like every 10 or 20 miles per hour, it's like, you know, basically when you get to a certain speed, you gotta shift. It's almost like I kept trying to go at it and go and like do this, what I'm doing right now, like post and move the needle, you know, get the ball rolling and shit. But it's like I would go hard and then it was like a shift down. And it's like, damn. It's like every time I would try to like go, it's like, nope, getting brought down, go, getting brought down, go, getting brought down, kind of like that. But I feel like in a strategic way though. But anyway, that was real tough. And I don't want to make this too long. It's already at 24 minutes. But yeah, like, that was tough. Cause it's like, I have all these $1 million ideas. Like it's literally gold, literally sitting on gold. But I have no energy at all. But, and I'm honestly, I'm missing a lot of details. But another thing for me was, actually, dang, this is like one of the first things I learned was, So after having, so back, kind of rewind a little bit to beginning my spiritual awakening. A little bit after that, I had, I thought about a YouTube channel. I then I had to learn to detach. That was one of the first lessons I learned in my spiritual awakening. It's like detach. Like the very first one was seeing all my own limitations I had on myself. And after that was like kind of like detachment. I had to learn how to detach because I was detached. I was attached. I mean, a little bit too much to, like stocks and stuff and money a little bit. And it's like, you know what? I don't even really care. Like, just, and I'll probably get more into that another time, but I'm trying to I'm not trying to rush, but I'm trying to get to the end to get to current day. So, and then after that, we skip back to when I literally was in a period of rest. It's like I was being forced to freaking rest, and it was so annoying at first. That was also a time that I had to learn how to ground. Yeah, I had to learn how to ground. Oh, that's the thing. My fault. I'm missing one more thing, and then I'll get into grounding. So first it was just spiritual awakening. It was seeing my own limitations, see how much I limited myself, learning how to detach. Then it was not always kind of happened at the same time, but a little bit after. Then it was really tapping into the imaginative plane. That's how I describe it. Like really, like diving in deep into ideas and creating. I'm telling y'all. I got so many stories that I'm writing. So many stories. And when I say like, I don't even want to say too much. But I got stories for days. I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, I was really just tapping into the imaginative plane and also just kind of having thought experiments and stuff, which I'm excited to show y'all, which y'all see more and more. But yeah, I was heavily just not here. Like I call it like being up there, like head in the clouds, not fully grounded, just thinking and creating all the time. And my mind is everywhere. Not in a bad way though, but just like being creative, just being imaginative, always thinking of something like a skit or music or a topic to talk about, whatever. So now going back to the period of rest, during that time, I also had to learn how to ground myself, which is, I think the whole trajectory has been real interesting. And then to ground myself to where it's like, and it's interesting that period of rest, because it's like I said, it was like for the first time, it's like, you know what, I don't care about nothing. Like, it's like, yes, I have all these goals, but also what if I don't, And that's another thing. For the first time, it was like, what am I doing all this? Like, why am I putting so much pressure on myself? And that's when I started putting so much pressure on myself gradually, But, I used to put so much pressure on myself. And that was one of the things I seen from all the limitations that I had on myself. But so the pressure on myself to be great, the pressure on myself to move the needle, to get stuff done, to move, to like for so long, I felt like I was trying to like brute force my way through life to make it big, not make it big, but like become successful, make a lot of money, honestly, and move my family out the hood. That's one thing that's one of the things I realized about myself is that I didn't even realize it's like I had this pressure on myself to do great for my family so I can move them out the hood and shit. Because we've been through so much and it's stuff, they still go through. And it's like, when did I put all this pressure on myself move them out the hood. Like, first of all, it's not my obligation. Obviously, I love them and I'm gonna do what I can to help them. You know what I mean? But it's not my obligation to do that. You know? And I put so much pressure on myself. And that's just one of the many things I put pressure on myself. A lot of stuff was just high expectations for myself. But yeah, in that rest period, it was like, you know what? You know, all that kind of dissolved away. It kind of allowed me to like really reflect on my life and what I really want in life. And it's like, you know what? I don't have to always be working towards something, you know? And because I used to feel bad for resting. That's crazy. I used to feel bad for resting. That's crazy. Or not getting something done. Like, yeah. That's crazy to even think, like, me now where rest is a priority, probably my top priority right now. Looking back on that, it's like, wow, like, you know, and because I ain't gonna hold you, I feel like it's a lot of stuff that I was conditioned to be, some stuff intentional, some stuff just from my environment. You know, from middle school, I grinded so hard to get into high school. High school, I grinded so hard to get into college. From college, I grinded so hard to get a job. And with studying and stuff, it's like, I don't know. At some point, I developed this culture of like, this is the culture. Excuse me. Oftentimes in school, just like study. Like, what times I was standing up till freaking 3, 4 in the morning, pulling all nighters and shit. Like, nah. And I had to unroot that. I had to unroot that crap, man. Like, to where it's like, you know what? I'm gonna go to sleep early and prioritize rest. But anyway, it's a lot more I could get into detail about. But yeah, it got to a point where it's like I was in nothingness. I was in stillness. It's like I just existed every day. It's like I just existed. It was just like, I'm not working towards nothing. Yes, I still have, every now and then I have ideas I write down for my stuff. But it's like, you know what? If I just want to go home, watch some anime, watch some One Piece, just chill, I'm going to do that. And I'm not going to feel bad for it. Like, I deserve it type shit. Like, I'm not feeling bad for relaxing, for resting, you know? And, but yeah, and then I'm trying to remember what happened after that, but it wasn't too long ago. But yeah, I'm at the point now where it's like, honestly, I'm likely about to miss a lot of steps, like stages, like I just mentioned before, like detachment, resting, grounding, da. But one thing I can say this: I've been in integration now, definitely integrating all those things that I went through, and it's more stuff. It's more than just recognizing my own limiting beliefs. It's more than just detaching, resting, grounding, integration. It's more than just that. It's a lot more steps, actually. But yeah, that's where I am now. Integration, and also this is the most confident I've ever been. This is the most I've ever loved myself. This is the most, well, I've been getting more rest. It's not perfect, you know, but also that's another thing. I'm not perfect. I'll never be perfect. The only thing I can be perfect in is being myself. You know, I don't strive for perfection. I strive for being me, you know, so. But yeah, I've been in integration. I've been in planning mode. I have a big decision. Well, really, I've already made a decision, but I have to take action soon coming up, which I'm gonna be sharing. This is probably one of the biggest decisions I ever made, but it's one of those things where it's like it's terrifying, but I'm not worried. like it's daunting, it's scary, but I'm not worried at all because I know it's meant to be. It's one of those things where it's like, I may sound crazy, or look crazy. It's like, wait, you're given. Oh, I was about to say it. I was about to. I mean, I could say it. Let me say this. It's like, wait, you're giving up this for uncertainty, for an uncertain life. Like you have stability with this, but you're doing that. So it's a lot of stuff that may seem illogical, but that's the thing. A lot of divine stuff, supernatural or knowing, intuition stuff, it goes beyond logic, you know? Excuse me. So, yeah, it's been tough though. It's been tough, but best believe I've bounced back from every single thing, every single one of these stages I've gone through. It's tough, and it has helped that I like. One thing I started doing is like whenever I like feel bad, because first of all, it was sometimes I just feel bad for no reason, and I would automatically from healing myself from depression, which I'm gonna talk about in a video. One of my habits is kind of like looking for stuff to heal, checking in with myself. And like, if I'm feeling bad, it's like, okay, what's wrong? Why this, da, da, da? What can you do to change it? That's part of what my habit I developed out of healing myself, learning how to heal myself, And it's like, first of all, I've done so much work that I'm like, actually, I've healed myself so hard. I feel like I'm good for life in terms of not in terms of like not needing to heal anymore. Healing is a lifelong thing, continuously, But it's like I have the tools I need, And it's like anyway. What I'm saying is now, like whenever I feel bad about something, for whatever reason, a lot of times just for no reason, seemingly, I don't worry about it. It's like, you know what? I don't need to necessarily fix this. It's like I'm gonna allow myself to feel what I feel, and I'm not going to feel bad for feeling bad. That's another thing. I used to feel bad. It used to be like in the past, I would feel bad, and then I wouldn't know why, and then I would feel bad for not. No, I would feel bad for feeling bad for not knowing why I feel bad. Which anyway, but honestly, now I just look at it as like a ups and downs. But in general, I'm going up. That's the thing. A lot of stuff I do, I zoom out. I call it zooming out. I zoom out like at least once a month. It's more than, it's several times a month, but at least once a month, to where basically, because like for example, when you're going through something, whatever it is, and it's like a tough situation, when you in it, yo, like you already know it's tough. It's tough. It's tough to zoom out. It's tough to like, basically with zooming out, it's zooming out in your entire life. It's like right now you might be in like a big dip, but that dip that is seemingly big right now, in the entire trajectory of your life, maybe it's like a little, like, this is your life, and you got one little dip, and you still going up. It's just that when you zoom into that dip, it seems like it's bigger, it's like huge, what it might be, but in the long trajectory of your life, like, I bet you when you look back on it, it's gonna be a blip. You learn from it, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, wow, 39 minutes. That's a lot. I ain't mean to make it that long, but I got a lot to talk about. But yeah, that was a little bit of my spiritual awakening, and a little bit about my dark year of the soul. Not a full year, but But yeah, I just wanted to share that. Some of y'all might relate. Also, I'm trying to keep looking at the actual camera and not like the screen, because I want to look at y'all, not the, But anyway, That's all for now. Peace.